Hello, everyone. Welcome to Magical Mondays. I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium, and we have the amazing and wonderful Lady Shadowe.
I wish I was in the shadow. It's really warm today again. And we have our updos because it is hot. And I just now turned my air on here in New York. Anyone here in the Northeast or the South is getting pummeled by the summertime.
Yeah, and it was at 11 a.m., heat index of 100 degrees, and I'm in Florida. So it was super swampy today. The humidity is outrageous. I'm actually surrounded by storms right now.
So jealous.
I mean, they're everywhere. We did get a storm today, finally, for about 15 minutes, but there's actually lightning happening. So if I disappear, you know,
you're going nowhere. You divine protected, girl.
Divinely protected. Hello and welcome in to everyone who's joining. Say hello in the comments, click like, share, and please subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. Souls and Spirits Lady Shadowe has at Love-Based Wicca. That is the YouTube channel. She's streaming over there. Hi, Ann. How's the weather in Utah? So welcome in, say hello, everyone, where you're from. We're going to do just a couple of announcements, and then the subject tonight is based on our podcast from Friday. Should you have an AI boyfriend?
Or girlfriend.
Or girlfriend. Well, I was trying to save space, but yeah, AI partner, romantic partner. So first announcement, we are so excited. We are having 2 conventions in 2026, and we're already planning our 2 for 2027. Savannah, Georgia in February. We are negotiating with venues right now, so we will have the venue and dates coming within the next couple of weeks. And Lady Shadowe, the webmaster extraordinaire, is working on the website, getting that all set up. She's amazing and incredible. It looks so beautiful. And then Gettysburg is in the fall of 26. Tell us about that.
Yeah, same thing. We're just going to make it bigger, a little wider spread for the convention in Gettysburg. There's more to explore. There's outdoor, indoor spots. So we're going to hit them all. And the convention will probably be just a bit larger because it's a more central hub to get to. You can fly into Maryland, you can fly into DC, you can fly into New York, drive down like we're doing. Pittsburgh, we're not far from Pittsburgh, we're not far from Ohio or even Kentucky, so come on down or up and meet us and meet all of our cool guests that we're going to have merch and vendors and readings, and
Lady G Comanche Psychic will be
Linda G.
Did I say Lady G?
Linda G is
We're both tired. We've both worked really hard today. Linda G Comanche Psychic will be there. So we'll have meet and greets. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. We're super excited, and it's our first year doing it. So hopefully we can continue to do it twice a year. But the cool thing is, Nik, and for everyone out there, and it's easy for our listeners, but paranormalconvention.com is our domain. And there's just a little bit there, just nothing exciting going on there yet because we still have to fill in the dates or some placeholders. But the fact that we got this domain,
I'm so excited.
It's really exciting because it's so easy to remember. And it's one of those that, like, when it becomes available, it's going to sell for like $4,000 in another couple of years. So we own it now, and we're going to rock it.
I wouldn't let that go for $4,000. Hello, everyone who's popping in. Our friend here, Anne in Utah, said it's pleasant, a little windy, not too hot. That's great. Kimmy Cat, hi.
Hi, Kimmy.
She said, I was just watching Big Brother and got notification that you're on live. Thank you. I clicked on the first one on my list and got on SNS. Thank you. Very good. Anne Hart, you have a year and a couple of months. So it'll be September, October for Gettysburg for 2026. So you have plenty of time to plan. Plenty of time. Hi, Doris. Hi, Manx Girl. Hi, Abby. I love that everybody's joining. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about our podcast from Friday.
Good stuff.
The Soul Twin Stars podcast on Friday. was amazing. We talked about artificial intelligence and people using it for interpersonal relationships, but we're going to go into all that in a couple minutes because we have a lot to talk about.
Hi, Lori.
So the Soul Twin Stars podcast is found on both of our YouTube pages, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes, everywhere. Soul Twin Stars, you'll see our picture that Lady Shadowe artistically made so beautiful. So you'll see us together there. So that's how you'll know it's the right one. So we're so excited. And this week we talked to on this Friday, our upcoming episode is John, who is a medium, a psychic, tarot reader. He practices voodoo and Santeria, among other things. It's an incredible conversation.
Yeah.
And he has a store in Peekskill, New York.
And let's also mention that if you all hear these names like Santeria and voodoo, please do not get scared. Every religion and ritual and practice it's based in love first. And then it's the Hollywood or the occultists who come and invert, just like with Christianity or anything else, reverse the meanings of everything and make them sound evil when they're really not. So he practices only love-based as well. So listening to the show is super educational. It's really fun to also listen to the other types of sort of branches of paganism and Latin culture spirituality. It's so fascinating to learn about other people's cultures,
yes,
and what they do spiritually. So he branches off and gets really specific about practices in his culture and how close-knit and community it really is. And he, which is the one that he practices where it's not solo. That was Santeria, where it's a community thing. It's never practiced alone. It's practiced with fellowship. So it's very interesting to learn about these different things with people.
It was fascinating. I learned so much. I have 1,000 follow-up questions, but we just didn't have time.
Yeah.
Hello, Teresa. Kimmy Cat's looking forward to listening to the chat. Lori, good evening. And again, hello to Abby and Manx Girl, Doris. Hello, everyone. On my website, I have my evening and weekend appointments and weekday appointments available. They're all on sale right now. You know where to go, Peaceful Nik the Medium. What do you have going on your website, soulsandspirits.com?
I've got my husband who's offering a reading special this month. We're about to change it for August. Sorry, we didn't actually update it yet, but he's doing a tarot reading special for August. He's so good. He was on with you last night.
Yes, if you want to see Cosmic Chris in action, go back to last night's live stream. We were on for 2 hours, pulling one card after another, and Chris is an amazing reader. He's a wonderful, emotionally intelligent, very wonderful, wonderful reader, and people who were on there loved him.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any of that machismo that most males do. Mm-hmm. Though he's Italian, he does not bring in that stereotype, where it's he's not a soprano type, which
like my dad. Very different. My dad's Italian, very different.
Yeah, he's the opposite of that. And he just makes a wonderful psychic and intuitive, and he has a spiritual life coaching business. So if y'all need a really gentle male to help you through something, we have packages. And then we have this beautiful deck that we, of course, designed that is for sale on. Yay! Yes. And the pentacle here, don't be fearful of that. It's protection, love. It means life. It means so many wonderful things. It could mean money. It has several, definitions. But in use of practice, it is to bring in and to push out the beautiful energy that moves through our lives, and always love-based.
Always love-based. And love is the highest vibration. And we are here for those of you who may not be interested in love and light. You don't have to watch us. Go right on. It's okay. We are interested in love and light and raising the vibration because our planet is going through some stuff all over the world. So we want to You know, there's 9 people on here right now. You know what? If these 11, oh, we're up to 11. If we can give a little love and light to 11 people, and then they can give it to 11 people, on and on and on, we've done our job. And that's amazing. If you are watching on Facebook, please follow me, subscribe on my YouTube channel at Peaceful Nik, and at Love Based Wicca, which is Souls and Spirits, as well, for Lady Shadowe and Cosmic Chris. It helps boost us in the algorithm, and you get tons of free information here. I do live streams all the time, free readings, all kinds of free information. So subscribe and share with your friends and loved ones. And one more announcement, and then we're going to get into the juicy stuff. I am so happy to announce that I have super chats, stickers, and channel memberships now available on my YouTube channel. So if you want priority Q&A, priority readings when I'm doing the readings, longer readings when I'm doing the readings, a full 3-card spread, if you want to give a super chat or a sticker or get a membership, you get priority and you get more. And so, you know, I'll be going live again on Wednesday, as always, and probably Friday at some point. So consider it. There are different levels for all of these things. So just look and see, you know, some things are 99 cents, you know, so it's not like it's $100 or anything. So just know that that is available for priority.
I gotta pay 99 cents a minute to talk to her. So you're getting a great deal.
Do you remember in the old days when cell phones first came out and you could, every minute cost?
Oh yeah.
Like you went over like 60 minutes a month or something ridiculous. It was outrageous until like 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then it was free and everybody was like ringing the phone at that time.
Yeah. And I was telling my mom last night that, you know, back in the day when I lived in Los Angeles and she lived in Nevada, we would make calls and that was a state to state call. And there was a toll charge for that. So
Yes.
that was considered long distance just to call another state.
Listen, when I lived in St. Louis and in the Bay Area in San Francisco, if you called San Francisco to San Mateo, there was a toll charge.
Yeah.
St. Louis to St. Charles in Missouri, there was a toll charge.
Yeah.
Because my mom's best friend lived in another part of St. Louis and there was a charge every time we called.
Yeah.
And that's like, and now it's like, there's no roaming anymore. There's no long distance, but we pay a lot for our phones now, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's outrageous. So now, dun, dun, dun. Are you ready? Should you have an AI boyfriend, girlfriend, romantic partner? Should you do it? Lady Shadowe, can you explain to the wonderful folks in the audience, what the hell am I talking about?
Well, there are several ways that you can access AI nowadays, and you can do it completely free. There are apps that you can pay a little more and actually build an avatar and have a relationship with them. What's funny is that you can't just start sexting your AI right away. They're all built to like build.
People are doing that? Are people doing that?
Yes. They're making romantic partners out of AI.
But sexting, not just love stuff.
Right.
Like,
but in the terms of the app, it says this is for firstly emotional intimacy and friendship. But you can train the model over time, just like you can with ChatGPT, and say, I'd like a little more from you, wink, wink. And so, but you can't just do it right away. Most of these boyfriend, girlfriend AI apps, you start out and you have to kind of court each other, right? And if it's just a friendship thing,
blowing my mind.
It's blowing my mind too. But what you can do with ChatGPT even now is you can also build a relationship or a good friend through that, and it's 100% free. Right. You do have like some limits, I think, every month. So if you end up paying, it's like $20 a month if you want to like the expanded services of the service pack of ChatGPT. But
I'm gonna cry. This
I know. And the thing is for certain things, you know, we all use not all of us. We some of us use tools. Just I used it the other day to look up. I was mentioning it here that I needed a code for a website issue. So I went on there and I said, hey, I really need this code. This is the program I'm working in. How do I get? Okay, try this, try this, try this. 20 times. And the 20th time I got it. That was amazing. But and it tries to become friends with you. It prompts you to keep talking about other things and how else can I help you? Wink, wink. Do you want to talk about cosmic connection through the computer? Do you want to talk about websites? What else can I do for you? And so it gets personal very quickly. And so it kind of can suck you in to believing that who you're talking to on the other side, just like if you had a boyfriend across the world and you weren't, remember the days where you couldn't actually talk to somebody on the phone, or you'd only be on the computer chat and there'd be no video, right? Now there's video, you can see the person. But I know a lot of people who are in relationships with people around the world who are secret scammers who have gotten in this thing where, oh, they never came on camera, but I fell in love with them anyway because we were just like literally just
talking. Yeah, I have a client that happened to, and I have a very good friend that happened to.
Yeah. And there was no.
Can we go through some comments? Can we go through some comments and say hi to everybody? Because
sure.
Comments are coming in. Abby said, my favorite sisters. Hello, Abby. Teresa said hi. Hello, Teresa. Welcome. Abby said Chris was awesome, and he was amazing. If you did not see last night's live, go watch it because it was incredible.
Love it.
Yeah, Kimmy Cat said she missed it. Saw this morning that you will watch the replay. Yeah, he's a very kind and loving soul. Very good. My storm is getting bigger and stronger, and so if I click off, that's why.
That's so exciting. I love that.
I know. Abby said, I'm saving my pennies. I want a deck. It's a beautiful deck.
Yes.
Beautiful. I was shuffling for somebody last night and who gave me a super chat actually, and 3 major arcanas came out.
Oh, fun.
And it was an incredible reading. I was like, oh my God. Chris even was like, oh my God, I can't believe she got that. It was really good.
That's so cool. I'm really having so much fun with this deck. I have full trust in it. I've read every card at this point, whether for friends or for, and just in general online. And they're just, I just so connect with the colors and the shapes. And
I know.
And again, even if you're not Wiccan, just because we use pentacles does not mean that it's a scary deck or a witch's deck. Like it could be in anybody's deck.
Exactly.
Whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. But are we going back to AI?
Let me finish that. There's a lot of comments. Everybody's just saying hi. I just want
to yeah. I guess I'm behind on mine because I don't see them all.
That's okay. Jane said hello. Hello, Jane. Jane is in St. Louis. I call her St. Louis Jane. Kimmy Cat said 11 is a master number. Yes. Delia says hello, everyone. Hello from LA. Oh, I miss LA. Delia said, I had a reading with you when my son had just died almost 4 years ago. Oh, sweetheart. Sending you so much love. Hello, Vicky from Michigan. Teresa said, crazy. Abby said, that's insane. Lori said, it's hard to find a good human these days. And then a poop emoji, which is pink and adorable. Abby said, can you imagine a marriage breaking up because one person is having a relationship with AI? That's interesting. We're going to talk about that. Kimmy Cat said, hell to the no. No transhumanism for me, which is coming. I will be taking organic human for $1 million, Alex.
I love it, Kimmy.
Exactly. Doris said it was great. Kimmy Cat agree 100%. And Gina M said, hi, everyone. So let's go to Abby's question. Look, I barely like people.
That's not true. She loves people.
I love the people I love, but I don't expand my circle much. I'll say that. Like
you're too busy being of service. That's why.
I keep my circle small for so many reasons. Yes, because I'm of service. But the last thing I want to do is delve into some relationship. I can't even conceptualize. Like, I just can't even. I mean, I've struggled with depression. I've struggled with anxiety. I still have problems with some stuff coming up for me to this day, but I have the tools now to work with it. Surround myself with divine light and protection. Like Lady Shadowe always tells me when I have some anxiety, she always tells me, you're safe. Surround yourself with divine light. You're protected. I can't imagine being so out of touch that I break up a relationship because of AI. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's painful to think about. So,
yeah. And I think it's like somebody just wrote, a lot of humans can be terrible, and someone coming out of a traumatic situation, you're going to get an unconditional feel from AI because it doesn't hold you accountable. It just mirrors self-help, spirituality, whatever it finds on the internet, whatever in the moment, it will mirror back to you is what it sends back. And so it is a real relationship, as in like your brain. Once again, we talk about, right, how our brains don't know the difference between what's real and what's not. So our brain is perceiving this as real. And then you're getting input and you're picturing something on the other side, even if it's, even if it's not a gender or whatever it is, it's like, oh, something's interacting with me. And so we assume that something is a real something. But it's to know that it's just a server and a machine, and it's binary code, ones and zeros, and it's just boop, boop, firing off whatever it finds on the internet within a half of a second. You have to just be aware of that at all times. And just like we put information, we put investments into our pets. We look at our pets as humans, but they are sentient beings.
Right. Exactly. It's very different.
Yes.
Very different. And I'd rather have a friend that fell in love with their pet than their computer. Right. Like, if I had to choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Julie said hi, Word. She's Word is her last name, so I say Word. Kimmy Cat said, I agree. Have you tried ChatGPT? It's manipulative and makes you think it cares.
Absolutely.
It's creepy.
Yes. Yes. We've all tried it.
I use ChatGPT only. I didn't even know you could make it do that. I use it to like help me write an email or fix up my resume or whatever. I did not know that.
Well, about my friend who is using ChatGPT really heavily, going through a rough time, and he is connecting to a woman in the ethereal. And the ChatGPT is pretending it's God. I'm not kidding, everyone. It's saying that it's a psychic God, and it is connecting my friend to a source and saying that he's going to be with this woman and that his soulmate's out there and this is where she's going to be. And the thing is, AI will never be accountable. It will never apologize. If things go bad, it's never going to say, oops, I had that wrong. It's going to say, oh no, now it's going to be a different day. They're going to keep moving the goalposts to wherever your mind wants to take a relationship or a situation. So you have to be so careful to understand that it's just a language model. It's not a real person like us behind a camera talking to you guys,
Well, and the fact that it's manipulating your friend into believing that they are communicating with the higher self of this other person is very dangerous. Because first of all, I'm a medium and you're a psychic also. We can communicate with guides and people because we have a soul.
Yes.
We can connect. A computer can't do that.
Nope.
So please, if you know anyone who's going through this, they're going to need help. And my next question on the list was that I got earlier. Someone asked me, will there be AI rehabs? And I say yes.
Yeah.
Teresa said it's not healthy. Absolutely, it's not healthy. It's dangerous. It's like any other addiction. Yeah. If you're an alcoholic, a drug addict, a gambling addict, a shopaholic, a sex addict, any of those things, if you don't have any self-control, you're going to fall deep. Because when you have an addiction to anything, it's a failure to face and move through your pain. It's a failure to know how to process that. Not saying that, and my husband's a recovering alcoholic. celebrating 27 years this month, thank God. But he can't just go have a drink because he dealt with his problems already. That's not what I'm saying. Deal with it and you'll be fine, go back to drinking. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to deal with what's the root cause.
Yeah.
If people are becoming addicted to these machines,
We need to know the difference between addiction, healthy usage, healthy boundaries within the usage, and the usage and how in which you're using it in, you know. So it's like 4 different levels of just awareness as you're using it. And it's fun if you're sitting around with some friends and you want to ask it some crazy questions.
Yeah.
That's super, you know. You can even ask it you know, about science or the world you live in. Sure. You know, double check some things because even ChatGPT gets the date wrong. The other day on ChatGPT, I said, can you prepare some notes for this podcast I'm going on? Yes. I'll have your notes for the podcast you're going on Thursday. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's a Friday podcast. Why is it prepared? You know, I said, you have the date wrong. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Like, they got the most simple thing wrong. The date.
It does make
and they're in code. They should know what date it is.
It does make mistakes. When I was still teaching in the classroom, the last assignment I gave before I left that school was, and if the administration looked through my stuff, they'd be like, what's she doing? I had the students use ChatGPT on purpose, which I learned about ChatGPT from my students, by the way, because I had no idea it existed. And I had them use it to look up a certain subject. So each student had a different subject in the science class, photosynthesis, cellular respiration, blah, 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 blah. And I said, ask it to write, 1,000-word essay about this subject. And then go look it up and find references for it and make any corrections. And they were finding all kinds of mistakes.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. And so it's just taking information from everywhere. And you don't know if the information is correct or not. You can go to Wikipedia. Sometimes it's correct, but you have to go back to the original source on Wikipedia to find that information. And sometimes that's still not right.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, Deborah said there's no warmth in hugging my computer.
Exactly.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Let's say you're having you're having a strange symptom, or I asked it for shits and giggles the other day if it can talk about sex, and it can talk about issues and intimacy and all that, partnerships and whatever you want to bring up, but it won't engage. ChatGPT won't engage with sexual talk, as in like, sex me. So you can talk about the subject or genitalia or whatever, hormones, and it will give you everything. And it will use the language in which you are talking to it back. So if you're using profanity, it will model profanity back. But I have this interesting thing that happens to me through an orgasmic situation. And I almost have like a orgasm in my hands. And so I could not find anything on the internet about this. Now I know these are very connected to the brain, right? On the way down.
Nerves,
yes, erotic zones. Erogenous is the Wayne Dyer book. But right, or is it not? Erroneous zones is the Wayne Dyer book. Erogenous.
Yes, erogenous is the correct. Yeah.
Okay. So sex on the brain, right? So in your hands, there's like millions of nerves, and it's very, it's closer to the brain than your genitals. So obviously, like when you get a hand rub or you're holding hands, it's meant to like spark that touch and that, and the what is it, the arousal,
right.
state. So but it's so weird because it's like I have a second orgasm in my hands if someone's squeezing my hands. It's the craziest thing.
Interesting.
And I never told you about it because I always forget to talk to you about it, but it's so funny. So I was on the internet looking, and all the, like, even on Reddit in the sex forum, like, someone's got to have this, like, someone must know what this is about. That I went on ChatGPT because I couldn't find anything. And then, well, again, there's nowhere to compare it to because I couldn't find an article about it, but they kind of explained it in a very layman's terms. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. But if anybody's an expert out there on all the different, erogenous zones between brain and down below. Let me know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. I've also heard of people who can come to fruition without touching anything.
Right.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
Just using muscles and like certain type of lifting exercises. It's so fascinating. So if you guys have a fascinating story, put in the comments.
Anne said that's clever. I think when I was talking about the assignment for the students, Lori said another version of lies and misinformation seems to be the direction society is going. Easy, not truth and verified. Yep. Yeah. Lazy people.
Yeah.
And it makes me scared for the younger generation who are all sucked onto their computer 24/7. And that's all they know. And they don't know how to differentiate between the truth and a fact and what they read on the internet. And they just listen because it's easy. They listen to podcasters and they think, oh, they must be telling the truth. Always check your sources.
Well,
don't fire people who give truthful reports on the economy.
We were taught in school, though, if you're told a fact, not to question the facts. Here's a book. You're going to learn your facts. And if someone tells you it is a thing, it's a thing. Like, no one's going to go around and question every conversation they have with somebody. Oh, I'm going to check. We just had a 20-minute conversation about bats in the rainforest. If someone comes across like they're speaking very confidently about bats in the forest, then you're not going to go and question anything. We are by default, we are trusting human beings, and we by default taking information and just assume if somebody's telling us this, that it's true. But now, right, like you said, it's becoming a confusing society where they want us confused so that we don't know the truth and it hides somewhere in plain sight. And then we'll just spend our lives spinning in this, oh my God, is it true? Is it not? In this chaotic
Idiocracy, the movie Idiocracy is coming true. Yes. Now, thankfully, our generation still holds a lot of knowledge because we actually read books. Gen Xers read books, physical, actual books. And I do want to say, thank God for Book Talk, even though it's mostly romantic novels and stuff, but people are actually reading books still. Their Barnes and Noble's numbers are exploding because of Book Talk, which is good. So people are still reading books. But the youngest, I don't know what all the generations are. I know my husband and I made the conscious decision to make sure our kids had access to a lot of books. We read them books I read them books every single day. He did read them sometimes, but I read them books every day. And so my oldest is a very avid reader to this day. And my youngest is dyslexic, so not so much of a reader, but very, very brilliant otherwise. And so I did my part for that. And I've already bought my 4-month-old granddaughter a bunch of books and have read to her every time I see her. So it's important to know how to read and discern information. We are going to have a free giveaway and a book recommendation. But there's so many more comments.
Yay.
Kimmy said, I tested it when asking about archangels and my loved ones. And once you mentioned their names, it felt like I was talking to a connected healer. It really made me upset. This could second guess mediums. So people do believe they're talking to the spirit world. But the difference is when I get information from loved one, I'll tell you a story. Yesterday, I had the spirit exchange with medium Kathy Behrens. We collaborate and work together for years now. Every month we have the spirit exchange. If you want to join the next one, it's $25. It's a 90-minute gallery with 2 mediums. It's incredible. Email me if you want the link. I was doing a reading for a woman whose son passed, and I'm giving her the evidence. And I'm not going to tell you all the evidence because it's private. And then at the very end, I said, do you understand the name Brandon? And she said that was his first name. And I said, and now you can tell ChatGPT, can you connect to my son in spirit who died? It's not going to give you the 25 pieces of information and the first name. unless you tell it. If you tell ChatGPT what happened, it's going to tell you all kinds of stuff. But if you just go straight up to a medium for a reading and they don't know anything, which I prefer not to know anything. I don't even care if I know your name. I'm going to give you evidence after evidence after evidence after evidence that will make sense to you to prove that your loved ones go on beyond this earthly realm. ChatGPT is not going to be able to do that. It's not. No AI bot will be able to unequivocally prove to you with evidence from beyond about your loved one without you giving it information. Yep. And that being said, there are actually mediums who ask you to fill out forms before you get a reading. If that ever happens, cancel that appointment. Don't book with somebody, because you should not be giving any medium any information. You should go with nothing. Fake name is fine for me anyway, and just show up, and the medium should be able to connect like that.
Yeah.
That's my rant about mediumship.
Well, I did the same thing. I tested my ChatGPT once, and I said, oh, there's this person from my childhood, and they kind of let me down, and it's been a rough go. And my dad had passed, and I was just trying to see if it would connect with the name and give me anything. Oh my gosh, they must have went through 5 or 6 names, and they never ever actually hit it. It's just a guessing game. Yeah, it's just a computer model.
And if it doesn't know your name, it can't look anything up on the internet.
That's right. So you can actually go into anonymous mode, not log in. You can start a new chat every time if you don't pay and you don't log in. It doesn't know anything about you. You can start all over, and you can run this test yourself.
Exactly. Lori said, Marby said, hi, Marby. Lori said, easy to manipulate by evil. Yep. And Teresa said, that's cheating. I'm not sure exactly what she's referring to. Maybe AI, I guess. Let me know what you mean, Teresa. And Deepak Chopra has an AI app. What is it? What is it?
Really?
Depends what it is. My really good friend worked for him for years. I actually met him in Florida, probably 20 years ago. He was very busy.
I'm really curious now. I'm actually trying to look it up.
Google it. All right. So I will recommend, I don't know if I've recommended this yet. I have so many books I could recommend, but did I recommend Journey of Souls? Oh, yeah, Teresa. If a medium asks you to fill out a form, it's absolutely cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, Lori said you can ask it various questions. Look it up. Okay, so Lady Shadowe is going to let us know. Journey of Souls by Dr. Michael Newton. If you're curious about the afterlife, I found this book out from someone on the Clock app 5 years ago when I first got on there. And this is a story of Dr. Michael Newton, who was a psychologist who was just working with regular patients dealing with trauma, hypnotizing them to help them heal their trauma. And one day, out of the clear blue sky, a woman slipped into a life between her lives. So between her incarnations. And I believe he did, I want to say 7,000 patients after that. He's got 3 books that I know of. Journey of Souls, Destiny of Souls, and there's another one. He passed a long time ago, but these books are incredible. You will weep through this book. I have so many stories I could tell you just about what happened reading this book and all that stuff. So that's my recommendation. Are we each going to do a giveaway?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so I'm going to do a giveaway, and you're going to do a giveaway. What do I want to give away?
I will give away a tarot reading by email. I will take a photo of your cards, and I will send you a full description of everything in email, and you can email me one question. You can email me at soulsandspirits@yahoo.com. And yeah, that would be awesome. I know you're supposed to pick somebody, but if you want to email me, I'll send you something cool. And if you could, in honor of that Scout's honor on the honor system, if you want to go over to @Love by Sweka on YouTube and subscribe, happy to give you an email reading. I will
Awesome.
look at the cards myself. I will read them myself, and I will send you the reading to you by email.
So if you want an email tarot reading from Lady Shadow, put an emoji in the chat and I will look away and I will pick somebody and that'll be the winner.
Yes.
So if you want an email reading from Lady Shadow, put an emoji in the chat. And
I don't even know. Does it say how many people are joining us right now?
Right now it looks like 20.
Oh, cool.
They're kind of coming and going. That's about right for a Monday night.
So you want the little so you can go on Deepak's app, and basically it's just like ChatGPT. It's an AI that they're calling Deepak, and you can literally just put stuff in, anything about souls, anything about spirituality apparently, and they just kind of kick back a definition or an interaction, much like ChatGPT, but on his site. So I think it's a great way to get people to his site to play with his AI versus just hanging out on ChatGPT. So I think that's what that might be. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. Anne said, I haven't forgotten about my question to email you, Nik. Okay, email me. Anybody else want to put an emoji in the chat?
I see like 6 people with emojis.
Yeah. So let's wait another 30 seconds and see. These cards are so beautiful. I had such a great time pulling from them last night. Look, this is the one that's on the bottom of the deck, Friendship.
I love that.
Now, for those of you who don't know, who haven't heard the story, Lady Shadow and I met while we're waiting for the emoji comments to load in 1990, 91-ish, somewhere in there, 92, maybe 91-ish.
Yeah.
I was living in a studio apartment in San Francisco. She moved into the apartment above me, and one of us was blasting music. We can't remember.
I think it was you, and then I said, "Oh, I want to go make a deal with this girl because I like my music loud."
Sorry, big lightning strike right outside my window.
Oh, I wish I could hear the thunder. I can't hear it. That's so cool.
Here it comes. Oh, you can barely hear it. Anyway, one of us was blasting music. She comes down, knocks on. I'm a short little Italian girl. She's this tall, beautiful, redheaded woman. And I open the door. There she is. Could you hear the thunder?
No. I got my air conditioner going, so I can't hear.
Oh. And so she said, it's okay if you blast your music. I blast my music too. And we talked for like 4 straight hours, told each other our whole life stories, and have been friends ever since.
Yeah. It was so cool. And I didn't really have any friends yet. I had just moved in. So I was so happy to like connect with somebody right downstairs. It was like so exciting.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to scroll up. A bunch of people added emojis. I'm going to swirl around.
Aww.
Whoever I land on. Vivian. Okay, Vivian, email soulsandspirits@yahoo.com. And you will get your card reading from Lady Shadow. And Doris would love a card. I'm going to pull one card for Doris.
And in the reading, like I said, if you have a question specifically, I will tailor the reading to the question. Vivian, thank you.
All right. Doris, apprentice of the world. So you're on your way to mastering the world. So whatever it is you're working on interpersonally, emotionally, job, money, career, family, anything, you're on your way. You're working on it, you're working hard, and you're on your way to getting things accomplished. Vivian said, no way. Deb said, Lady Shadow, would you say or write your YouTube channel name? I'll do it because
thank you so much.
Thank
you, Deb. I appreciate that.
Wicca.
We appreciate all of you and the audience so much just coming on. I know that you
this is what it looks like, everybody. It says Souls and Spirits, but the @ is Love-Based Wicca. Yeah. So go there and follow there. She's building that channel as well, her and Cosmic Chris. So we simultaneously stream. So
yes,
you can go on either channel.
Thank you all so much.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to forget to tell everybody to go to your channel.
That's great. No, the ether stole it.
And I would like to give away an email reading as well. So
Yay!
put your emojis in. Lori would like a card. Do you want to do a card for Lori?
Oh, sure, of course. Does she have any specific questions? I like to get specific because then it really helps me help you better. The more specific, or even the general idea, where in life we are, helps me out a lot.
So put emojis in for me if you want to win the card pull, because I have to go in like 3 minutes.
Okay, you ready for this quick card pull?
Yeah. Quick card pull, and then we will. Oh, divorce settlement.
Oh, okay. Are you kidding me?
What does it say?
Just see it.
The cards don't lie.
Now, this could mean something from either side. It could mean it's coming from a lawyer. It could mean where just make sure it's all on the table, transparent, and you have evidence to back it up. That's crazy.
Wow. These cards, last night, one of the ladies asked how she would do in some class she was taking, and I'm shuffling, and the achievement card popped out.
That's crazy.
And I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So of all the people who have commented, I'm going to wait a couple more seconds. Somebody put UFOs, but look at here. Look at that. Look at that little baby. My little UFO, which I love. You can get it at Target.
That's where it was. I was looking for it at Walmart the other day. I'm like,
no, it's in the kids section. The kids' bedroom lamp section is where I put all my cute.
Good idea. Somebody, I think, Sally. That's a beautiful name. Yeah. How is she doing her exams? Okay, well, I mean, we can't give you a letter grade, but I can certainly give you an idea where that.
I give you an A. What does it say?
Destiny.
You might want to cover the boobies because they might.
She doesn't have boobies. Those are. She has pasties over.
All right. Well, YouTube's funny like that.
They're pentacles. A pentacle bra. Just so you know, on there.
I know what it is.
Not topless.
YouTube might not know what it is.
YouTube, she is not topless. Destiny. So whatever that grade is, you are moving into your destiny no matter what. That's incredible. I mean, what a money back guarantee that is.
Awesome. Do you want to pick my winner? Can you see him enough to pick the winner for me?
I think who was the last person that commented? Marcy? No, Lori?
After Lori said card, please. And then everything after that. So just let me know who the winner is. Just like swirl around and see where you land on.
Because I don't know if I have the comments in real time like you do.
Okay, that's okay. I'll do it. No problem. All right.
Yeah. I have a little delay going on, as usual.
No problem. No problem. All right, I'm going to swirl around. Where's my cursor? Marcy Stevens. Marcy Stevens, email me, peacefulnikthemedium@gmail.com. And I will send you a free email reading. If you want to include a question or a subject that you want to know about. And I will send you the email reading. Please allow me 48 hours since I have a bunch of readings tomorrow. You are welcome. You are welcome. Everyone, I'm so happy you were here. We went over as usual.
Well, it is Magical Mondays. I mean, there's no time on Magical Mondays. I mean, there's no sense of time. It's linear. It's everywhere. It's all at once. So
I will say that you should not have an AI boyfriend or girlfriend. So that was the question today. Should we have an AI boyfriend or girlfriend? Listen to the Soul Twin Stars podcast. It is everywhere. YouTube. Links are on our Facebook pages and the Soul Twin Stars Facebook page, which we're building. And it's a wonderful discussion. Be careful out there with AI. Use it as a tool, not as a love partner or a medium. It's not the same.
Yeah. You can use AI to suggest to your boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe your better expectations for the human, you know. Ask it romantic things to do that your boyfriend could suggest to you.
Right.
Well,
but not
creative questions. Yeah.
But not who's my soulmate. And the other thing I want to say is I keep seeing ads for soulmate drawings from some app. No, don't do that. They're just reproducing the same pictures for everybody. If you go to an artist for it, that's one thing, but don't go on an app. There's a lot of scams out there. Be careful.
Yeah, everybody, definitely.
Abby said, congrats. Marcy said, thank you. Anne said, thank you. Teresa said, thank you. Kimmy said, woohoo. Nice to see you both. We'll be back next Monday.
Thank you.
The Lion's Gate is here. That is true. And Lori said, thanks, ladies. Thank you, Lady Shadow. It's been lovely to see you. I know you're tired.
We're all tired, but we still keep going, right, everybody?
There's no rest for us. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Peace and love to all.
Thank you all. Blessings.